All right, what's up there, people? Hunter Spoke Riders here, and the mission for today is to fill in the hole. There was a hole right there, as you can probably see. I still got to do a little bit more work on it, but I filled the first hole in. This is the last hole. I wanted to do the first one so I can have a plan on how to do it. Now, the problem with this hole is it goes into the wheel well and doesn't come out. Let me show you the inside part. Here's the back side of the hole right there. All this is sticking out. It's very jagged. Perfect world, I'd be able to use a hammer or something and push that down and get that out of there. This is the opening I have to work with. My hammer and dolly set, my body working kit here. There's nothing I can do. That's not really enough room to do anything with. I need to push this out that way. So that's not enough room to play with. Just this little opening right here. None of the stuff in this kit's gonna work. I tried it with the other one over there, and that was a bigger opening, and it wouldn't fit, so I know for sure it ain't gonna work on this one. That's a little opening. The first step to this, I'm gonna use this thing right here on my drill and make the hole bigger. I know you're saying, why would you wanna make the hole bigger? Well, I'll show you in the back of it. You remember how I looked in the back before? Wait till I'm done. All right, check that hole out now. There's no crazy jagged edges, and I can just, the small little edges on there now, I can use a small file and clean that up. That's something better to work with than, you know, what I originally started with. So I got rid of all that stuff hanging off the back of that hole. That's why I wanted to make that hole bigger. Now, the reason why I grinded down this part right here, because I needed a clean piece of metal real close to the hole. That way, when it's time to weld it, I can put that welding clamp on there and hook that like so. I have somewhere to clamp the welder when I'm welding this hole. All right, there's really no rhyme or reason on this. I'm just gonna try to get this in there the best I can and try to clear up that hole. There's the piece. It ain't gotta be perfect. You just gotta get, you know, me personally, I like welding the clean metal. I got a piece of scrap sheet metal here. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know how thick it is, but it might be a little hair thicker than wheel well metal, but it's all good. I basically took a 18-inch socket, a Sharpie, made a circle. That's the piece I need right there. So now I gotta cut that piece out. As you see, I got the piece set up in the vise. Now, I would normally use this, something like this, to cut this out, but the last time I did this with the first side, this ended up breaking. I mean, it's just a little cheap one from Harbor Freight. It's not that big of a loss. But just to show you, there's multiple ways to cut this piece out. My plan is, because it's in the vise, I'm gonna cut it like this, and I'm gonna cut it like that. I'm gonna make both the cuts two different ways. Only because I don't feel like taking a piece out the vise. I already got it locked in there. So I'm gonna make this first cut with the hacksaw. This to show you it can't be done with a hacksaw. It wasn't smooth, it wasn't graceful, but pinch come to shove, it can be done with a hacksaw. Now, only because I don't really feel like hacksawing up like that, I'm gonna cut the last cut a different way. I'm just gonna use the grinder with the diamond cutoff wheel. All right, this should go a lot quicker now. It's rough, crude, it's a little warm, so I'm using this vice grip to hold it. There you go. Now all I gotta do is shape this circle out. Okay, I just realized I could probably cut that down a little closer than that. Let me stick this little piece back in the vise. Only because I don't want the piece to be red hot by the time I need to take it back to the bench grinder. I'm not gonna use this to chop them little corners off. I'm just gonna use the regular hacksaw. All right, now look at that. That's a hell of a lot closer, huh? It's not really a perfect circle, but it's pretty close to what I need to fill up that hole. I'm just sizing it up, and as you see, it's the perfect size. Picture this piece on the inside of the hole. There it is. I got that little piece set up on the inside with a little welding magnet holding it in. What I'll do is I'll put a few little tacks on the outside, take the magnet off, and then put the majority of the tack on the inside. That's how it looks on the outside. I'll probably come put like a tack at the bottom and a tack at top, and then go back in there and pull that magnet off.